Grand Rising YouTube. Just an early morning rising meditation thoughts I was having. Thinking back to the previous readings that I've done after I had that week or so of doing any recording. It was a tough, heavy energy, but it was definitely an energy of going back, because I started back off with my seasons, which I always tap into a past life energy. And it brought me straight back to the foundation. And if you're building on a rocky foundation, and XYZ, I've done those readings, so I was just up to date medicine in regards to the new moon in Taurus energy. That's the reading I'm about to do next. So my thoughts on that was, some are having to repeat cycles and lessons due to ill choices. Some are leveling up with new perceptions of self-worth, self-respect, that we all at some point of time go through. What's the wisdom gained at the bottom of the well? A change which is a result of a consequence of an action or other causes, cause and effect. Self-examination, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Hermit, Devil energy. Looking into the consequences of the choices out of the fears of how others see them. Living in a world of materialism, energy of selling self out in a toxic situation, which brings on energy of remorse, lack of worth, low self-esteem. Lessons learned that nothing can be done to change time, but choices and decisions will force you to change in time. Tower energy. Forced to have to look into the realizations of the choices. Be stuck in thoughts, in making better choices for the children within the circles that we're trapped into. Revelations, judgments. Most High has to have a final say. Energy in the Hermit energy, choices, choices, choices. Decisions, decisions. What to do, what to do, what to do. And it feels like a kind of panicky energy. Energies of panic, as many begin to see the strength of those they tried to suppress, with no understanding to the build-up of who, what, where, of this person, of these energies that they're dealing with. Nothing about their foundations, of what they've overcome, before their energy was brought in uninvitedly, with no pure intentions, against those who means no harm to others. It's all about intentions in this life. Life is bigger than us. Truth and belief, trust and belief. There's so much more to this material way of thinking. I need to look within yourself and tackle the rage, so it's not taught. I learned and learned, it's not taught and learned. Break the cycle of breaking the mind, keeping the body, and damaging the soul of generations after generations. Become the change you want to see, and in doing so you draw upon energies lurking in envy from the outside looking in, some from afar with ill intention against your pure intentions, with their lack of understanding of the consequences of what they take for fun. Seeing things from all points of view. Power. For the life of me, I can't find this book, but I'll read this card. It says, the man in the picture is in tune with the forces of nature. The music he plays is the music of his soul, which is full of inner wisdom. He is a man of peace, and yet there are arrows attached to his belt. He knows there are times when it is best not to engage to conflict and simply walk away. However, he also knows that there are times when we must stand our ground and be ready to fight for what we believe in. This is such a time for you. Stand up for what you believe in, regardless of what others might say or think. Will you stand by your beliefs and convictions, or will you give in the universe's testing your faith and resolve in this matter? To stand firm will take great courage, but know that you will have the backing of your soul and the whole universe. You will gain much respect by holding your ground. An old pattern will have been broken. Affirmations for this card. I listen and I am guided by my inner wisdom. I stand firm in my beliefs, yet respect my beliefs of others. I stand firm in my power and use it wisely. My power is infused with love and respect. So, all I'm getting here is misunderstanding. There's something I wrote and read out some time ago about misunderstanding of the conception or something or the other. If I could find it. This is at the point where I kind of just shut off from doing any videos and connecting online. I kind of just transmuted my energy into self-projects and creating, like I came back and said, a heaven of my own. Understand? Because the energy is real. But through trusting my own intuition, I was able to decipher through the energies that I was in between. There's an in-between energy that sometimes can become overwhelming. And sometimes you look for support outside of yourself in order to decipher the energies that you feel within. But when you can't find that energy outside of yourself, because really and truly you can't, the answers are always going to be within you. And within you, you're going to be guided. You're going to be guided to where you're going to need, where to go for the information that you're needing, in order to decipher through the energies that you're experiencing. And I feel this energy strongly here. But there's a need to understand, like I read in the beginning, we're all going through cycles right now of our own. And we're all at different points of this circle, of this wheel, going round and round. We're all at different points, so we're all experiencing what it is that we're experiencing together, but separately. But understanding is needed in this situation. Tell me more about this energy of understanding, what's needing to be understood. So let's see what's needed to be understood. Maybe some just trying to understand that the power that they have within themselves, trying to decipher that. But through meditation, you will find the answers, is what I come to understand. Like I said, I was very, as I tapped out of reading tarot to YouTube, I was tapping out of all of the virtual world, and I put the energy within myself and within my home, and I was doing a lot of grounding work, foundation work, planting work in my garden. And ancestrally, I was guided to a station, Tated Yogi, and she's now in I believe it will be a week now of meditation. Today will probably be day 8 now of meditation, and it definitely helped me see things in a different perspective. In doing meditation in that way, then, like I meditate, but not necessarily in the way that she promotes. You know, it's the way that most promote, but it was something that I needed at the time, because my way, I've got such a busy lifestyle that I meditate on the go, if that makes sense. Like I'm always within, I'm always deep thinking, I'm always deciphering things within as I go along. That's the way I transmute my energy. I transmute my energy in the things I do, things like cleaning, cooking. I transmute my energy. You understand? So that's my way of going in. So for the first 3 or 4 days, I took part in the meditation, and it really helped. And this is the meditation where you're connecting with your inner self, your higher self, your most high, your ancestors, those answers that you're seeking within that in-between. Listening. And that's all you have to do sometimes, is just listen. It's just listen. Invisible. It's at the bottom of the deck. So let's see, what's the activation? What's the activation for this wisdom? Remembrance on communication. And it's funny because I'm going to say sometimes it's best to just listen. Because when you do try to make communication, and sometimes the communication is not always receptive, it's not always two-way. So sometimes when it's not two-way, because somebody may be going through things of their own, that's where this understanding comes in. Then you just listen. Because there's learning in everything. There's understanding that you can gain from everything. Communication, card number 14. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. This card kind of felt like it wants to come out as well. Remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. And sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Again, there's many ways to communicate. I remember reading, I think there was like 5, 7, I can't remember, different ways to communicate. The main ones are listening and speaking. But you can communicate in so many other ways. Body language, reading between the lines, that's the intuition, that kind of trusting your intuition. And all of that, there's so much down there I'm picking up on that, but if you kind of understand the flow, there's so many ways to gain the strength that you need in order to spin this wheel forward for yourself. That self-healing energy that also wanted to come up in the Earth Wisdom deck as I was pre-shuffling. So there's an energy of here, it's almost like I said, there was a matter of urgency at the point when I was automatic writing, and what to do, where to go, that kind of decision. But sometimes it's best to just slow down and inwardly listen to where it is that you've been guided to. Like I said, I was intuitively guided to the channel that I mentioned, Tated Yogi, and I wholeheartedly, honestly believe from my ancestors, you know. And just through, or at that time when I needed that particular kind of guidance, it triggered a remembrance. Because I know how to meditate, but I wasn't doing it in that way, and it's almost like I needed to go back into that way of doing things in order to decipher the energies that I was trapped in at that time, that in-between overwhelming energy, because of the power that I'm understanding I have within myself at this time. Bottom of the deck, heart chakra. I'm just looking at these cards and decks that I've got here. Let me see. Dragon's Wisdom. I didn't feel comfortable. But Companions is the card that wants to come out. Silence and just listen. I remember there was a few months back, and I was getting quite close to a channel. Like, I was resonating a lot with the storyline or the life. Courage is at the bottom of the deck, and I love to comment. I love, especially on a live. If I tap into a live reading, I love to make comments. But on this particular day, I was listening to a live, and plain as day I heard, as I was about to say greetings, I heard plain as day, just listen. And like I said in some of my other videos, I always listen to the highest energy within me. I recognize the highest energy within me when it knocks. You understand? So I just listened. And as I got to the bottom, as the reading was coming to an end, I then made a comment, because that last bit resonated with exactly mirror image of an experience that I've been through, where I had to just quickly move, you know. So I kind of made a comment and a reference to, and the reader's face at the time kind of dropped, like to say, wow, like they never knew I was online. But it brought a lot of confirmation to me, through me, intuitively. And I feel like kind of since then, I've just, you know when they say reasons and seasons, at that point I realized that I'd learned all I needed to learn from that situation. So sometimes it's good to just listen. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Sometimes people will talk themselves and reveal to you what it is that you're needing to know. Like I always say, like from like teenage, I kind of got the energy that the people confesses their intentions towards me. Because sometimes you have to just let people talk. Because when you let people talk, they talk so much that they talk out their plan and their intentions towards you. And then you know what you need to do for yourself and for the world that you decide you're wanting to create for yourself. Silence, I'm trying to look up. Sometimes it's best to say less. So it says, it can feel as if life is rushing ahead of us at times. We race from place to place, often feeling tired from expanding all that energy. We are told that there is strength in stillness, and this is also the lesson that the pink dragon wishes to teach you. In past centuries, one of the ways time was measured was with an hourglass, and it is such a shame that this very elegant way of calculating time has been more or less forgotten in our modern lives. It was almost like a magical ritual. The sun would flow from the upper half of the hourglass into the lower half, allowing us to watch time slip away as it did so. The magical part of the process was that time was not lost forever. However, the sand accumulated in the bottom half, and once it had all run in its course, we would turn the hourglass and everything will begin anew. Be aware that nothing is lost. Everything is watched over by those that accompany us on our journey. The angels and ascended masters, unicorns and dragons. The silent pink dragon wishes to lead you into the solitude of the desert. in order for you to find yourself and spend some time in prayer. Visualize yourself standing in the desert. Be aware of the warm sand beneath your feet. Sense the pink dragon behind you and lean back against its chest. The desert is an ocean made of grains of sand, and in each and every grain you will find the light of the divine source. Feel the sand under your feet. Sense that in the divine source no time exists, only love and eternity. As in every individual grain of sand beneath you, enjoy leaning back against the chest of the superb being. And take a moment to feel the silence of the desert. Seek out the place of silence in your heart. It is the vast treasure chest where love and eternity dwell within. Use these words as your mantra. I have all the time in the world. So this is infinite. This is about remembrance. Breakings of cycles, generation after generation so this is hidden knowledge that's within you. So sometimes it's good to just listen to family stories, grandparents, and you listen back and you begin to see the relevance, the similarities, I want to say, in maybe you or maybe even your child, how your grandparent was or how your mother was as a child, and that kind of way, and you begin to then see a build-up of a situation, the who of you, the why you had to go through what it is that you went through, kind of that energy. So what's needed to be surrendered at this time? What's needed to be surrendered at this time in regards to this energy? That I'm feeling that someone's just needing to be a lot more observant and more self-reliant on their and trusting on their own spiritual growth, and where it is that they've been being led to and through messages received to you, through you, and for you. You have to understand, not everybody's going to have the same heart as you. And understand, it says surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are, without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decision for yourself. What else is it? Surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remains of low self-esteem. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Being mindful of the people that you're giving your time and energy to. Is it people that's going to uplift you, inspire you, help you come back on track when you feel like you're kind of slipping a bit? Who is it that you can call upon in those times? When you feel like you've got a backward wheel, when you feel like your wheel's disaligned. I'm hearing some people have to just rely on their intuition, their own inner guidance. Surrender to stubbornness. If you are tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you. They knew that they could never go back to the things that put them in the energy of victim. And we're talking about this can be up to how many years? Years and years of needing to release whatever it is needing to recover from. Understanding again, as I wrote, putting the pieces together, putting that 2 and 2 together and recovering from. Some may have been putting 2 and 2 together and getting that odd number. And this is what you was being gossiped and laughed about and X, Y, and Z. You understand that facade energy, putting 2 and 2 together and getting 6. You understand? Grief. Blinded by grief, I'm hearing. This is how I feel somebody's being seen by maybe friends, family, other connections. But there's an energy of being moving on here. Tell me more about this energy of the will. Self-worth. Today is the day. Self-worth. Tell me more about this energy of the will. Trickery fell over in the reverse. Forgiveness again in the reverse, over renewal. Understanding your worth within the situation. Understanding that this is your throne and you can't allow anybody to remove you from where it is that you stand in life. Realizing your self-worth through all of this energy that's needed to be released, or has been already released. I'm in two different energies here right now. Some's released and some's not released. Different stages of the will. Let go of any feelings of guilt, of any feelings of grief, of trickery. Forgive self and forgive others. Forgive yourself first of all for ever persevering with such heavy energy, whatever that may mean for you, within a connection, within a soulmate connection, that left you feeling grief, mourning energy, trickery, waste of energy and time kind of feeling, playing with the heart kind of energy, manipulation, giving more than you was receiving. Tell me more about the energy of recovery. But I feel like all of this is learned in a time of isolation, lockdown. Order's going to be reset during this time. Tell me more about the energy of recovery. Energy of this reading in regards to this energy of protection. Serendipity. Card number 18. So it says serendipity. Opportunity aligned with readiness. The awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. The oracle's message, you stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and collective dreams resonate in harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses your force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will have wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. Relationship message. Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of that right person at that right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey. Someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is a time out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs and the Spirit present. Prosperity message. You are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful for the stars are aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The time is perfect. Protection message. Perhaps you felt almost certain that serpentious, I can't even say the word. Serendipitous. Anyway, events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one. Yet, it all fell apart. Consider this: sometimes synchronicity, and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in the cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. So understand, again, going back to the energy of all the readings I did after coming back, is everything happens for a reason. All that's taking place from your very beginning of your existence to this very day is not to break you but to make you. So for all those who feels rejected at somewhere along their journey from a child maybe coming up, that energy of rejection was actually the Most High's way of protecting you, putting a force field around you for what's to come, giving you the ability to always be able to turn things around in your favor, always landing on your feet kind of energy, always being able to transmute the negativity and the ill intentions that come your way and transmuting it for your good. It's like taking the bricks and the stones and the wands that's been thrown at you and using it for your own benefit, like revamping old furniture kind of thing, using it for your own good. What's one person's waste is another person's treasure, that kind of energy. But set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. I'm hearing right now, allow your inner child to guide you to where it is that you're needing to be, and go right now. Oh my days, that's gone way over yonder there. Sorry about that. So we've got the Five of Coins. That lack mentality. So I'm asking to clarify the inner child. So it's set your boundaries. Knight of Coins. And don't let anybody come in and take advantage of your nature to kind of manipulate you, bully you, financially, materialistically. Don't allow anybody to come in and take from you. Know your worth. Not King of Coins, so this is the Knight of Coins. But that's communicating clearly. Don't allow, I'm going to get in that phase, cat's got your tongue. Because you're not speaking up for yourself and what it is that you're wanting. You're only going to get what it is that you put out there, if that makes sense. So what you put out is what you're going to get. So if you don't set clear boundaries, then it's unclear boundaries you're going to receive in that kind of energy. Tell me more about this Knight of Coins energy. It could be that a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn energy may be coming in towards you or is stuck. Four of Wands. That's stability, structure. Again, that's your heart chakra. Five of Swords. Don't hold on to the resentment of what someone tried to do to you, to keep you in that 5 energy, in that lack energy, in that low frequency energy. What somebody tried to do in order to block your heart chakra from being open. Tell me more about this Five of Swords energy. What's the Five of Swords here? What's the Five of Swords? Princess of Swords. That's that gossip energy, that slandering energy, that stalking energy, that watching you from a distance energy, admiring your transformation energy, that envious energy. Tell me more about this Five of Swords. What's the Five of Swords? It's the Princess of Swords. I'm hearing bitching, very young-minded. Ten of Wands. Flinging stones and flinging wands, but you're using those stones and wands to revamp your own growth. Sticks and stones. Sticks and stones will only strengthen your soul. Tell me more about this energy of the Ten of Wands, of the Ten of Wands. What's being said here with it? It's almost like someone's throwing the 10 wands at you and you found 4 of them that you can revamp to build your foundation, your stability, the Hierophant. So it says, the lady pictured on this card looks threatening, but in actual fact she is not. She holds a dagger in her hand and is ready to serve her emotional ties, sever her emotional ties with an outmoded way of thinking or pattern that no longer serves her. Freeing herself from those negative ties clears the way for positive and new beginnings. The same goes for you. You must let go of the old thought patterns and beliefs that are preventing you from experiencing greater joy and success. What you gain will be more prosperous and inspiring future. Changing your thought patterns and behavior is not easy and will take patience and conscious effort, but it will be well worth your while. Be aware and open to new possibilities. Let go and trust in the natural cycle of change that is occurring. What you surrender will be replaced by something far better. You may feel a little unsettled over the coming days, but this will soon pass and all moves forward with ease. This card is a blessing. This change has the power to transform you. Embrace the most positive time with the knowing that you are making way for something new. Affirmation: I invite the most blessed change into my life, knowing that it leads to a positive transformation. I surrender all the thoughts and feelings that no longer serve me, and replace these with love. I love it, and that's basically closed up the whole reading. It's all about the change. It's all about the healing. You understand? It's all about moving on from this. It's not this history energy. His story is not your story. Grown by an unhealed generation, conditioned, strict, false doctrine, release past thinking cycles and past thinking patterns. Moving away from that way of being because it's doing no one no good. You understand? God bless the few. But overall, there's a lot of damaged children, inner child, as adults, repeating the same mistakes of the generations prior because they're unhealed. They refuse to do the healing. So therefore now, you have children and repeat the same cycle because you only do what you know. Until you know better, then you do better. But it's about being the example, being that change you want to see, especially for the children that's around you, who's going to be the rulers of the next era of our lives, of their lives, if we're lucky enough to live to see that time of that change. But it starts here, it starts now, it starts with being the example you want to see, be the person you want to see, be the person who your inner child needed at that time when you needed them. You understand? Right now I do everything in my power that I possibly can within reason to be that person that I needed from age 4. Sometimes it ain't easy, especially when you've got circles around you that set an intention to see you fail, and you've got to fight against these negative energies. But like I wrote, I come here to slay. I ain't come here to play. So when it comes on to the love of a mother for my children, I will move mountains. I will do whatever healing I have to do. You understand? I will decipher through the madness and clean through the corners of my life and heal the relationships that I need to heal, starting with self. And that's the journey I've been on, and I feel like that's the energy I'm connecting with right now. Alright, let's get some generals. What's coming towards those that's resonating with the energy of this reading, with the wheel, with the energy here with the wheel? What's coming towards? Retreat. It's a time to disconnect from the world. What's coming towards those that's resonating with the energy of this reading, with this change, with this wisdom that's been gained? What's coming towards those that's resonating with the energy of this reading? New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Tell me more about this energy that's coming towards those. Flirt. Kind of flew over on the retreat. I'm going to kind of leave it over that energy I'm kind of guided to do. Tell me more about this energy coming towards those that's resonating with the energy of this reading in regards to the energy of the wheel. Getting to know each other again wants to kind of spin, and I'm guided to use my own deck, and I'm guided to also clear up all the other cards underneath of wisdom, because this is what's at the bottom of the well. You understand? And this is the bucket that all is gone into, that's been pulled up to the top of the well. So this is a future read, or depending on where you are in the cycle on the wheel. So I'm going to pull one more card and come back. Weekly Wisdom with Empressearthwisdom. The title just come to me. What's coming towards those that's resonating with the energy of this reading? New Moon in Taurus. Pre-energy reading. What's coming towards those that's too many. But codependency wants to come out, passion, and express yourself. One more card for the energies. Wedding in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, codependency still wants to show itself. So I'm going to pause, play this up, and come back. I'm after. So as I was clearing this up and putting these down, I'm hearing the power in the change. The power within the change. The power within the change. Keep hearing it. The power within the change. Tell me more about this energy of new love that's coming into those that's resonating with the energy of the reading in regards to the wisdom that was gained at the bottom of the world. The wisdom that was gained was change. What's to come is a new love, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. It's a time to disconnect. It's a time within meditation. I feel like within this silence is you're going to be guided to, led to this new love. Tell me more in regards to this energy of new love. So those just resonate with the energy of this reading, of change. These cards are so slippery. Tell me more about the energy of this new love. For those just resonating with the energy of this new moon in Taurus. Pre-oracle reading. So much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. This is about inner light, inner love. Set for your boundary, set it high like a dove. Anything after that a blessing from above. And tell me, say, am I gonna make it fit like a glove? Empress, the moon. But there's still something around some kind of, I believe, commitment. The moon card came out, fell over on wedding. So maybe it says listen to your intuition and pay attention to the signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. This fell over on the wedding in the reverse. In regards to this new love energy. So maybe the person who you're connected to, the reason why it can't come in at this time is because they're healing from a connection that may be ended. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse came out, which is a divorce energy. So maybe someone in this situation is needing or awaiting a divorce in order to create this 4 of Wands, which is showing itself again. Tell me more about this energy of flirt. Why is flirt here? It doesn't resonate with energy of this reading. A lot of cards. And look, I didn't realize, but a great goddess, sacred unity was in this deck. It says the world. Again, we've got the wheel and the world. A new way. It says the brilliant success, the time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment. Freedom to do whatever you want. Be proud of yourself. Do what you love. Recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Being paid well for your craft. Working well with others, an excellent reputation. So this could be a work opportunity. This could be somebody who you're working with to build this 4 of swords, to build this foundation together. Tell me more about this energy of retreat. Why is retreat here? Why is retreat here? So those that resonate with the energy of the power and the change. Wisdom reading. High Priestess. No, it's not. It's the 2 of Swords. It says being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem. Overanalyzing the situation. So it's a situation that maybe you feel you may be getting judged for. It may be a connection that you may feel you're being judged for in regards to however it resonates kind of feeling, but there's a need to take that time, spend time alone, get to know each other, and not to be sticks and stones, that kind of an energy. People will say whatever it is in order to throws spanners in your wheel, but it's down to you to decipher through the chaos that's around you. Trust your intuition and don't allow anything to break your gateway, your heart chakra. Don't allow that to be shut off. Embrace the power of the change within this connection that's coming towards you. Tell me more about this energy of getting to know each other. The lovers could be a Gemini energy. It says embrace true love and deep intimate friendships. Make choices from the heart. Vibrate health or recovery from an illness. Tell me more about the energy of wedding. Why is wedding here in the reverse? Why is wedding here in the reverse? Someone's needing to make a decision. It says, this is the Four of Cups. It says, failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world. It's time to wake up. Seeing something for what it is what I'm getting here. Somebody's about to see something for what it is. Someone's about to see where an opportunity may have been missed within a situation. Maybe a time after some kind of separation within a marriage. So I feel like this is where you're now mirroring with this person coming towards you. You've learned this lesson of change and the power of change at the bottom of the world, and this person also coming in towards you is in the cycle of learning lessons. Tell me more about this energy of wedding with the Four of Cups. Why is wedding here? This is somebody who you can resonate with. So here is the Ten of Swords. So it says the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness or both. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders. The end of an addiction. A melodramatic reaction. Queen of Cups, loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others but forgetting to take care of self. Trusting your intuition, a deep love of family and friends. Follow your heart. Understanding. So there's an energy that's coming towards you that you're needing to have understanding with. Compassion, Queen of Cups energy. But there's definitely emotions coming in with the Cups energy. And again, we've got the Three of Wands. Planning for the long term, abundance from the past choices. Pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what to do next. In this protective energy, the change within the power. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords there?